you go to some government hospital today, you may not find some record of
births.
I can guarantee you that. Of course, what if you got burnt? What would you do? So that is it. The thing is that let's give them the
those
That's
are
why sometimes we need
rather than the rule.
We don't keep records in this country. We don't have that system of keeping records. When you say okay in Spain, in England, where a child is born today, you go to the website, you can click on maybe when you say this is the true age of this child. Do we have that system in Nigeria?
But I still raise the question. So I mean, among all,
I'm not holding forth for this system, but for this squad, at close range, I think this looks like the youngest we ever had.
Yeah.
At close range. Because when you have an MRI scan, after decimating the first set of players, remember this same squad, when they started, half of the squad went away.
Exactly.
Affected by this MRI scan. They brought players from the under 15 squad to fill up this space. 3 were affected in Morocco. But we still have this. So it goes to show that
even the under 17 before them. You know, I mean, 2 sets of the first set of guys at the John Obu led on the 17 team that progressed to the under 20. You had the MRI scan decimated them as well, and later some boys came to this. Even the MRI scan, like Nadia said, is not foolproof. But then again, if you have an MRI scan on a team and you just picked out three of those guys, I mean, there's a marked improvement.
Well, what I actually found impressive in the whole thing is the position of the team's coach, Manu Garba, who promised that there will be an audit of the Golden Eaglets, in a post-mortem analysis after the African Championship, after that victory over Côte d'Ivoire. And he said,
we lost.
Of course, excuse me, the Wards triumphed 5-4 on penalties. Following, and okay, it was a 1-1 draw, and then we lost on penalties. But of course, the coach said post-mortem will be carried out, and then of course he said the team will be fortified, despite the fact that some of the players with age discrepancies helped Nigeria secure a ticket to the World Cup. But then he said quality replacements would be found going into the World Cup in the United Arab Emirates. Now, in this case, what's the definition of quality replacements? Is it in terms of skills, or were you going to get slightly older or younger players in this case? I mean, I'm trying hard not to be sarcastic here.
Maybe slightly better players. In terms of age, I'll reserve my comment, but I think he meant players that are better. But if you look at that on the 17 squad, I mean, there's nothing to be desired. It was a good squad. I think they lost the final because they were naive. It's a good squad. In fact, I don't even know what he wants to change. A lot of us are happy with this squad. A lot of us feel that if the NFF can do their job and stop chopping and rebuilding, keep this team together, include a whole new set of boys that are good as this under 17 squad, that will ensure that the production line is kept intact. Whether or not we win this under 17 championship that will be in the United Arab Emirates in 100 days, it doesn't really matter. What matters is that you have boys, you can be rest assured, will still be on the scene in the next 10, 15 years.
Well, I understand that we have on the line one of the assistant coaches of the Golden Eaglets, Mr. Nduka Ugbade, who actually happens to be the captain of the first Golden Eaglets team that won a World Cup for Nigeria. That was back in 1985 in China. Hello, Nduka. Hello, Nduka.
Can hear them.
All right, hello, Nduka. Can you hear me? Well, it's rather unfortunate we lost Nduka, but the contact was established, but unfortunately we've lost him. But of course, these are some of the questions I would have loved to put across to him. The issue of how do you intend to deal with the problem of age cheats? How would you detect them apart from MRI scans? What are the requirements you have when you invite these players to the national team? But well, we didn't get that call and we just can't go back to it. But then we'll be taking a break now, and when we come back, well, in the course of the program, we'll be looking at a very fantastic case, not of age cheating, but goal cheating. That's in just a moment.
Looking forward to here today. The traditional ceremonial handshake of players taking place right now. And as you can see, Heartland back in their home strip He's 24 years of age. A chance for Heartland, and there it is, a goal! Very good goal. Nasarawa United, they will have themselves to blame for this one. And Isako has made it goal number 8 for this season for him. Nasarawa United, all the players, so many green shirts in the box. They were all standing, caught ball watching. And Isako just had the ball on a platter.
They defended very well in the first half, but that time this was very poor defended. There allowed that ball to be played back in. Nobody was picking up Isako just in front of the goalkeeper. And when this ball came back in from David Tiakase, it was a very easy finish in the end.
Tiakase, Obonna, Esom, and a chance for Heartland. It's goal number 2.
Finally, that game set a match. Far as Heartland is concerned, the breathing space they have threatened all through the second half has finally arrived. Courtesy of the man who has been the guiltiest in terms of misses, Osasokoro. Lucky pass inside the penalty box. He was through on goal and he wasn't going to miss from there. Very, very good finish in the end. And again, watch the man with the assists. Of course, Totuku Esom. He's really been awesome since coming on in this second half. Good goal by Osasokoro, and it's Heartland 2. A very, very good day in the office for Dubisi Nduka. His substitutions have really been spot on.
Really, Umar is giving it to Nduka today. He's done well. He received some knocks when Heartland lost to Canopilas, when he kept his 2 leading scorers on the bench. And of course, in Enugu had Okoka on the bench. And many people didn't like it. And we thought some will start today. This man is not a happy man at all. His side came here to fight for the 3 points. They have fought. And I'm sure a lost battle it is with just a few seconds. 32 minutes of additional time to play here in Owerri. And ladies and gentlemen, not even a few minutes remaining to play here. The long blast of the referee's whistle has gone here for the end of the full 90 minutes, and additional time played out here.
The problems of Heartland Football Club of Owerri, well, they never seem to come to an end. At one time, one of the best club sides in the country, but their fortunes appear to have dipped so badly in recent times. Well, that match versus Nasarawa United, another story for another day. But what's the main story this time around is the fact that the team's coaches have an ultimatum to win 5 matches at a trot. I mean, this is a case of calling a dog a bad name in order to hang it. Don't you think so? 5 matches at a trot? Is it win 5 matches at home, at least, or win all 5 matches home or away?
I think
what kind of ultimatum is that?
They needed to get good results from those 5 games. Maybe win 3 and probably get a
2 draws
or 2 draws. I think the fair expectation from the management of the club, because back-to-back loss. The midweek they lost to Eyimba at home. They lost to Nimbe City in the reverse fixtures from the week 1.
Those newcomers have actually done a double on
over
the season.
Yes, and of course, you know what it has taken. Again, I think the management should look at the situation in Heartland and look at the plight of the players. When I don't know how the players, the kind of motivation these players get when you go play after going on strike, you come back, you play good football, and you win the game. And maybe they are just looking at the position of the club, the kind of player they have at their disposal to assess the kind of result they should get. But it's not just the players; it's the kind of motivation you give these players. But how will they achieve this? They have a game against Warriors. That's the next game they have, and it's a massive game. They just have to win that game against Warriors. And so if you look at they have Kaduna United, they have Kwara United, they have Gombe, they have Dolphins. That is the 5 games they are talking about. And you just have to looking at Heartland at home. Yes, a bit of outstanding result at home, but when you come to the key games, they seem to fumble. The game against Eyimba, they could have gotten the result from that game, but because they are playing against a stronger